So this is Photoshop. As you can see, it's in a full screen mode. I don't see taskbar. Taskbar is a Windows kind of tool, that you have all around. Yours must be in the bottom of the screen if you have Windows 11. Me, as it's Windows 10, I can put on the right side. So this is a taskbar. But the strange thing, you see, it appears, it disappears. When I need it, it appears. When I don't need, it's going away. This way, Photoshop is bigger on the screen, because on a laptop, like yours or mine, the screen is always too small. So this way, you save 2 centimeters of the screen, for Photoshop. How to do this? Easy. You make a right click on an empty space of a taskbar here, for example, and you see this one? It's in French, but I can translate for you. Parameters of a taskbar, of taskbar parameters. I click on it, left click now, chook, and this window opens. Here you see something, the second one, in French, but in English it means hide automatically the taskbar in desktop mode, for sure. Here it's activated. Active means activated. If I deactivate, look what happens on the right side. The taskbar is coming back and Photoshop is smaller. You see, look, this Photoshop screen will get bigger now. You see that? Bigger, smaller, bigger, smaller. So, I can close the screen now. I suggest you strongly to make this first adjustment on your computer. It means hide automatically the taskbar. You will appreciate. Once this is done, here you have a lot of things. One of them is window. Window, and you see workspace. You have a lot of choices. Personally, I like better the photography configuration because I'm used to it. They are all the same. Or you see, this will change the tools that you have here. If I do painting, it looks different, but it's all the same. I'm so much used to it, photography. And here you can add individual things, but they are all inside. Don't worry. So, when you want to make a drawing, you go to File, here, and you select New. Look. You choose the side. The side it will be anything, but here I have selected by default 1500 on 800 pixels. Okay? So here we have a frame, looks like a sheet of paper, but it's not a paper. This is empty space. It's white, but it's empty. You can make a direct drawing on it if you want, but I don't recommend this. Direct drawing, for example, I choose this option and I make a drawing, blah 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 blah, but it's not interesting. It's like if you use paint. When you want to go back, either you do Control Z or you go here, history, and you go to new. Boop, it disappears, and you hide again if you want. So the best thing to do when making drawings is to add a layer. A layer is like a transparent sheet of paper, and you make your drawings on it. You can add as many layers as you need. Now we're going to start conveniently to use 2 layers, just like this. So you go to Layer, here, you see, Layer, I click on it, New, New layer, here. Boom. It has a name, Layer 1, you can change for anything you want. Say OK. And as I told you, we make 2, so Layer, New, Layer, New, Layer, boom, Layer 2, it's automatic. Okay, perfect. So here you see the eyes. If I do a drawing now, it will be on layer 2. If I do this, it will be on layer 1. If I do this, it will be on background. But never do drawings directly on background. So this background, it's white, it doesn't exist. So we're going to start the drawing on layer 2. I choose the color. So you see kind of palette of colors here. You have swatches. Color, it's the same, but I like more this one. Here you choose your color. You have 3 sliders that control how many, you see the levels 255, you have maximum level, how many levels of color you had, and you have finally your final mix. It's exactly if you mix paint, if you put a lot of everything, you have white. If you put nothing, you have black. If you put only green, you have green or yellow if you wish. If you put only blue, it's very evident, you have only blue, blah, 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 blah. If you had red, you have a kind of purple. Say we select purple, it's a very stupid purple, 255, 0, 255, and we're going to fill the layer 2. If I fill the layer 2, I go here, you see the paint bucket? It's right hand, paint bucket tool, boom, I click only once and it's done. Oh my god. Now we suppose that I want to draw something and I will use pure yellow. Now this is white, this is becoming orange and this is yellow or green, whatever. I will go now on this one, which is the brush tool. Let's go. I choose the side. Here it's on 12, or you see I can change the side from very big to very small, 1 pixel only. We said we want 12, so I can type on my keyboard 12 and it works. The hardness, I will show you what it is about. So if I make this drawing on layer 1, I will not see it. You see? Nothing happens. Because layer 1 is under layer 2. So I take a left click on it and I push. You see what I'm doing? I move it on the top. Ah, that's different. So now I can do a drawing in yellow. Ah, so beautiful. In yellow on the top layer. So what is this? I wonder what it is. Not too bad. Finally, look, you see the eye? If I close the eye, it disappears. If I open, it appears again. If I close this one, I go back to the background, which is empty. It's not white, it's empty, it's different. So this is for the moment my full image. Gonna say I want to make something else. I can add a new layer. What I will do here, layer, new, layer, which will be named layer 3. Okay, I have layer 3. Now I will do the design on layer 3. I will change the color for something, I don't know, darker, kind of dark gray. When you put all the numbers the same, for example 70, I do it on the keyboard, it's faster, and 70 again, you see? Here I have a gray, it's a dark gray, but it's a gray. So imagine this is a crown, and we're gonna make a kind of something. Wow, looks like a crocodile or dinosaur. Yeah, it is. It's a beautiful crocodile, isn't it? Okay, the mouse is not the perfect tool for making drawings. It's better to have a pencil, but for now we have only this. Alright, so what's happening here? I have a crown, I have the great crocodile with long teeth, of course, yeah, it is. but you can make a lot of fantasies. Here it's very primitive. One, that here's. So if I hide layer 3, disappears. If I hide layer 1 or crown, it disappears. Everything is okay. I will take advantage to add this. Just in case I make a fill, you see, like this color will not escape. So I go back, layer 3, I will put, layer 1, I will put the crown here on the top of the list. You see, this way. Now it's yellow here. And yes, it was better not to do this. So I will erase something, I did a mistake. If I need to erase, I go back on layer 3, I put the eraser and I erase. Shit, it's not working. Layer 3, sorry. Alors the eraser, you choose opacity. Here it was 72% only. So you see that something is remaining behind. I put on 100%. I change the size, 36 only, and I erase all now. From now it looks like paint, but it's an incredibly sophisticated tool. So here we have the crown, the animal, the background, and the animal. So if you want to rename them, no, not this, oh my god. If you want to rename them, I say back or purple. Okay, layer 3 is the crocodile. I rename it croc. Layer 1 is the crown. I name it crown. You see how it works? This being done, I would like to change the color of my crocodile. We have a lot of options, very stupid. The simplest one is, okay, they say you make a fill, you change the color for something a little bit like that. Oh, I go back on croc, you see croc here, and I fill it. Oh shit, something wrong. So we go back. We go back to here. So forget this step, it has a hole somewhere, you know. Yes, it has been passing this way. Oh shit, no problem. No problem, it has been passing through the, you see, if I remove the crown, here I see that I have something wrong. So I have to do something. To do something, you go back here, and croc. You had a temporary, this is temporary. There you hide. Temporary thing, and now I can do the fill up. I fill it up, you see? Only this is a kind of color. Alright. Now that it's done, I have to go back and erase what's inside the crown. I take the eraser, show you it before, and look at this. I go on croc, and I erase everything. Holy. So later I will be able to fill up the thing. We save a crown, I will put it in yellow, why not? So I go to fill, again, the paint bucket. I choose a kind of yellow color. This one is easier, you know. It's the same than the other one, so if I go here, it's indeed it's kind of yellow. I can remove the red part a little bit, and I fill. Oh shit, again lobang. So I go back, no. There's a hole somewhere, I don't know why. Yeah, because I was not on crown, you see the mistake? So I go back on crown and now it works. I have a little bit drawings, but because it's like that. So the advantage you have here, you can remove everything and add. Of course, I'm sorry, this is very primitive, but it's like that. You can put white, for example, for For the high, we will make it white, of course. Sorry for you. Alright, I do it white. Boom. Oh shit, mistake again. I go back. How comes? Yes, I was mistaken. Croc. Voilà. So what is the interest of all this? Haha. This is it. Now we go back on crown, and I double click on crown. And what do I see? I see a lot of options appearing. What is this? If I do level and emboss here, you see something is appearing everywhere. Outside, if this is an artifact, the inside is an artifact, you have to check the outside. You see the outside is becoming black. If I want more details, I click twice on bevel and emboss. Style, inner bevel, it was. Outer bevel, you see how different it is? Emboss. Oh, pillow emboss. The names speak by themselves. Stroke emboss, the best is always inner bevel. Here I have the depth, the technique is smooth or chisel. You see, chisel hard or chisel soft. Let's keep on smooth, it's more beautiful. This is the depth. How big is the thing? You see, very small depth, 1%, 10%. Okay, we say 388%. Direction up or down. You see how it changes? It's better to have the shadow part under, so we keep up. This is the size. Aha! Oh, convenient. And soften. You see how it changes? So now it's looking like a strange thing. Here you have the angle of light. This one is 120 degrees, and here you have a space. Up. You see, it's not beautiful at all. The light has better to come like this way, and the space not too far. You see this, what I was moving here? Here you have a lot of other options. Many options, you choose what you feel the most realistic. Okay, this one looks like gold, indeed. Then you have a lot of things. Use global light, don't use global light, and so and on. You have something else. This one, contour. Contour, it adds something black around. It's not essentially or better or worse, it's just different. And here you have the size of a contour. You see, following the shape, it's getting totally different. Okay, we keep the triangular one. The range, how far it is. You can modify your if you want something looking like metal, gold, reflect, it's better. Texture is something different. You see, you choose a pattern here. It's not a lot of choice because I have to download them. It's not beautiful. I remove stroke, it makes something outside. You see the black line appearing? And you can make bigger if you need, smaller. Position outside, you can say inside, you can say in the center. You see, a lot of things can be done only with your imagination. Opacity, you can have very clear one, and here you choose the color. You can make red, you can make purple, you can make yellow, and so and on. I say cancel because it was better in black, and I don't like stroke. So you have a lot of options. You will search for yourself. Inner shadow, inner glow. It's kind of light, but we don't see it because it's very clear. Here it becomes red, satin, but satin you choose the color that you had. You see, here it was black. If I make red, it will be still different. Color overlay, this is again it's red. If I go, you see, okay, it's red. You can choose the color, of course. But I don't want gradient. It makes a progressive color. Shit, it's not this one. Progressive color that you can stop, boom, 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 boom. You have a lot of choice. Oh, we don't see. Okay, this way, this way. It's always a metal, but it's not more. It's no more gold. So I want gold. I stay like this. After pattern, okay. Outer glow. You have a little light coming outside that you can change more or big. And you have drop shadow. Oh, drop shadow is very interesting for text. For example, you see the shadow here? It's like if you have a three-dimensional object. You can change the distance. It's getting farther. The spread, the opacity is better on the small one, and the side. The side, the more you go, the more blurred it becomes. Okay, but we don't need shadow on this one. We have other things to do with this. You see here, this is a mode. It's the way they calculate the relationship of the pixels between the crown and the layers behind. The first layer behind that will be concerned is this one, purple. So if I say, for example, linear burn, it will burn. Oh, it will become black. Understood? But if I remove the croc, it's not changing, but if I remove the purple, it changes. Understand? Because it calculates the interaction between the pixels in this layer and the pixel in this one. The background is empty, so there's nothing appearing, only the purple. Understood? I put the thing back. I don't like linear burn, but there's a lot of things to do. Soft light is very useful sometimes. And you can move them only with the wheel of the mouse. This is the hard light, vivid light, linear light. It's very useful when you work on pictures. Difference, exclusion, but they look the same, but that depends on the color. Divide, hue, saturation, and this one is interesting when I'm doing a lot of things. Color. And this is luminosity. Luminosity, it means only the dark and clear parts are taken in consideration. All the rest, it means the color of the crown is not considered anymore. So you have indeed a kind of blue that becomes more or less dark. So we go back to, say, I don't know, multiply, it will become darker. But I like the normal one. So we say normal. Good. Normal, we have as effect bevel and emboss. That's the only one we retained. So for croc, we're going to do the same kind of thing. I open it. What can we do? Not color overlay, gradient. Gradient overlay, why not? So I will exploit the thing. This one, no, it's not beautiful. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. And you can add a lot of over, you see? Here you have a lot of gradients. Lot of gradients, it's incredible. This is Photoshop. If I take spectrums, I say, okay, go back. Oh my God, nothing works. No problem. So it was a bad idea. Wow. We just put a bevel and emboss. Okay, to make nice. So this is it. You see how it works? Then if you want to do something a little bit, looks like a plastic. Now if you want to put a little shadow on your crocodile, why not to do this? You go here, you see the hand? Burn tool, perfect. You have a choice. Dodge tool that will make the colors light. Burn tool will make the colors darker. This one, you see, it's too big. So I change the size. Size will be nice around 26. Well, why not? 26. Here you have a hardness. Very interesting. So look, I put a stroke or the burning tool here, it gets darker, but you see, the limits are very clear. So I go back, I don't like. Now I change the settings for something soft. If I do the same thing, it's more progressive. You see, this is hardness. I remove, so, and then, of course, yeah. You have a range where it's applied. This one was set up on shadows. So not a lot of, so it will make the black darker. You can put it on shadows, midtones, highlights. If I put on midtones, it will be more efficient. No, not so much. I go back. Now I can change the exposure. You see, it was only 14%. So I go up to, say, 50%. Good. So now it will be much, much darker. You see, so I can do something under my crocodile. And these are the shadows. Oh my god, it looks real, ready to bite. So I put a shadow here again. Whoop. And beware, if you do once, it's 50%. If I do it again, it's 100% now. You know, 50 plus 50 is 100. The interest, you see I'm working on the croc. The interest, I do this, nothing happens, because it works only on the croc. If I did this purple, I do this now, shit, it's not working, but normally it would be a little bit darker. It's not working, no problem, my mistake. So I go back to croc. So here we continue the shadowing of the tail of the beast. Put a little bit something here. Here we put, yes, behind the legs, it's a bit dark. All these fingers have been keeping out of color. Yes, okay, this is a very bad crocodile. Right, and you can do whatever you want with this. It's a very useful tool. It's like painting. This you only use with the mouse, of course. With a pen, it's not working very well. Why not? Okay. So, here you see some defects. These legs are not of the right color. So I have to go back to the same color on the croc. So I make the color checker, that is, where is it? Where is it? Oh my god, it disappears. Ah, this is, you see this? Color checker. Sampling, I don't know what. I click where I want the color to be, and by magic, the color is the same. So now I will use the paint bucket tool. Now I will change the size because it's very small, I don't want to make a mistake. See here 100%, I go up 200, 300, and I click on a place. A little bit here too. Oh shit, too bad. Thanks to God. Well, this, so no hesitation here. Okay, I can move on the right side, I can use these bars, or I can move this. You see the red square? The red square here is what you see on the screen. Little bit here, little bit here, and a little bit here, and maybe here, I don't know, I'm not sure. Yes. Oh my god, too much. Okay, it will stay like this. After all, it's just a toy. And here we are done with a little crocodile. Maybe we could put a little shadow, so I go back to a 100%. Good. This I hide. Would you like to see a little shadow under the crocodile? We can do it. So we go the croc, effects, we go back on effects, I click twice on it. Look. I go to drop shadow, but the shadow is very near, so now I will change. I click twice on drop shadow, mode multiply, opacity, angle, blah blah, perfect. So I will change the spread and the distance. Oh. that is too much. Oh my god. I'm not very satisfied. Yes, I have to remove them. Okay, it's not very beautiful. What to do? I will change the... No, it's not this one. We'll change the size, but... okay, like this. A little bit better. More realistic. Okay. Ah, what a beautiful animal we have here. Of course, yeah, I forgot to show you something. Always about drop shadow. So I click twice on drop shadow instantly. And I can change the angle higher, lower, only from the top. You see? Different. I can add a little bit granulosity inside. A lot of granulosity. Almost no granulosity at all. Okay. If I go on blending options, I have something here important. You see this kind of lines? Here I remove all the dark colors. Totally stays a lot. Here I remove all the clear colors. You see the white is disappearing first. See the level? 255 is white. Underlying layer, it's almost the same thing, but it's more brutal. And if I do Alt, you have a keyboard touch with name Alt, and I click on it, I move only this one. So you can do special effects following your thing, it will be better. See, I still keep the Alt on it. It makes things different. I don't say it's beautiful, but just... Okay. Oh, my god, it's so beautiful. Incredible. Now, we say it's finished, it's done for it. Or you want to make something more? You want to make something more? Okay. We have to learn how to save it. To save it, you go to File, and you have a lot of choices. Either you say Save, boop. Either you say Save As. When you know what you do, you say Save, it's okay. But I want to show you something else. Save As, and here you have a choice of a lot of things. What you see, the only format that is at your disposition is Photoshop PSD, the first one coming in line. Why? Because, I can tell, because when you save on PSD, which is just Photoshop original format, when you will open it again, you will have the same thing here. The crown, all the layers, the croc, the purple, the background will have everything all together. And you can work on it again. If you decide it's finished, it's good for me, I finished working with it, you can keep a PSD, but you can also save in a JPEG image. File, save as, I go here and I choose JPEG, but here you will see the problem. It's not possible. It's not possible. So I have to do this first. You go to background, you click on the right side and you say flatten image. So the image is just reduced to a background. Now we have only background, no more layers, they are all together, and this way you can save as a JPEG. You go save as JPEG, I say croc, say ROC, and I put on my desktop record, save, sorry. You have a lot of choice, small file, large file, I say it's okay. Oh my god, it's done. So it's long enough. This was the first Photoshop tutorial for you. I hope you will retain a little things about it. So see you, my baby. I love you. Bye bye. Go back to the program and we stop it.